Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And today we're going to take a look at the new Emils character. 4th anniversary transforming Emils with the Mitzvah art style. And this character, is good. He has the combo edition gimmick that really only needs to be done with the new Protector Veldora. This skill on other teams is not super necessary, but you can still use it. But this Emils is a raw damage dealer. AOE alt, transforms, gives himself a 200% EX alt buff while he's transformed, and then he can stack up to 300% extra alt damage on top of that. So he is just an alt damage machine. So he could go on a number of different teams as an AoE DPS and work beautifully. And he's a blank slate that you can apply any number of buffs to. He's fairly generic, actually. So that should work well for him in most cases for all players. So let's go and put him on a bunch of teams, and let's see how good he actually is. First off, we're going to use him on the new Dragon Haki team, but we're going to use a bunch of older characters to support him because this is more realistic for a lot of players. Fountain Wisdom Rimuru you can get for free from the EX quest. The Gabbru Trishula character is the free-to-play unit. And then Guy and Milim are characters you could get from tickets, or the EX ticket, or a number of different places, or you may already have them. And they will work very well with this mill since this is a crit-focused team. Alright, we're going to go at a little bit over normal speed here, but turn 1, we could convert with Rimuru or Guy, but we're going to use Emils and the combo buff, so we only have to send 4 orbs here. And that's also going to guarantee that next turn, 2 of them are going to turn into blues. So boom. Only sent 4, but they added those extra 2 Emils orbs, and it's like we've sent 6 blues. So that's the positive thing, and then on this turn, after they're done attacking, we're going to have 2 of these orbs change to blues because of the other part of the skill. So boom, there we go. So we only have 2 orbs now to convert, but now using Trishula and his combo edition, and then Veldora, we get the Dragon Orb, and we only need to send 4 orbs here to get the 200% buff, and that's another combo edition skill. So this is the only real time where combo editions are going to be super duper necessary. Like other blue stacking teams, you can use it, I guess. It's not necessary because no one else is putting random weird orbs that you don't want to send. It's just 6 blues, and if you convert that, then great. And if you don't, or maybe you have really terrible hands, and you just have only a few orbs and you don't want to convert because you've used other skills. Like, I could see that maybe being a case where you could use combo edition away from Veldora, but in most cases, it's going to be unnecessary. He's got the future convert, which is good for other blue teams. The alt damage, we're not going to see until turn 8 when we nuke. So we are just using the combo edition skill because of Veldora here. So let's alt swap Emils as alt. Let's use the two skills. Veldora's going to add another Dragon Orb here. And now the 3 plus the 2 combo editions means that, or the 2 orbs, means that we're sending 6 off of 2 blues. And we just continue like this the entire time. So it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick to help a gimmick, which is not generally a great character, being overly gimmicky and relying on other gimmicks to be truly powerful. So what you're really looking at this Emils is going to be an AoE nuking character. Because away from Veldora, that's the only thing he's doing, is he's transforming, giving himself that 200% EX alt buff, and then after 3 turns is over, and you use that other skill 3 times, you get another 300% alt damage. That will stack alongside other alts. So like Guy here, he's got 80% alt damage. That's going to work alongside Emils because that 300% alt is permanent. So permanent buffs and temporary buffs work together. It's just a temporary and a temporary are going to cancel each other out. And then obviously permanents are going to just add on top of each other. But we'll see that on turn 8. So let's use Emils, get another stack of him, let's take him out of here, and then we could use Veldora to convert and give us the Dragon Orb. And then we have 1 blue orb to send, but we used both of the combo editions. from Emils and Trishula. Gives us 5 blues. We really need another character to give us 6. But now it's turn 7, and we don't have to do anything here. Like, Guy is almost dead, but we're also not in danger because we're going to remove that. We're going to full convert this entire hand to Dragon Souls, and then it doesn't matter who we bring in or what we bring in, because they're going to remain Dragon Orbs. They take precedence. We'll do the last stack. No, the second to last stack of Emils, and then we're going to get the invincibility. We're going to cap out on points. If we didn't have an EX ult already, we would get it now. And we get the triple damage buff. So in turn 8, 450 points. We have enough points to do everything here. So let's bring in Guy for Trishula. We'll use his ult buff and guaranteed crits. And then we'll bring Violet in and use her ult resistance down and crit damage. And then the Fount of Wisdom physical buff and the final stack of Emils. So when we look at Emils, he's got... he's got the 200% EX ult from being transformed, the 300% from him stacking, and then the 80% from Guy and his buff. So he's got 580 goddamn ult damage right now, which is huge. That's a whole fuck ton of ult damage. And then looking at the rest of him, he's got the other buffs that we have available. So we've got 225% attack, we've got the guaranteed crits, we've got the crit damage, we've got the physical attack, and then on the enemies, we have all the debuffs that are available. The 50% weakness down from the Dragon Souls, the 80% ult resistance from Violet, and then the 80% physical down from Fount of Wisdom Rimuru, sorry. So, when we ult here, which we can watch, we'll turn it on. We're going at hyperspeed, but, you know, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, Emils ult, it looks nice. I wouldn't say it's my most favorite thing in the world, but it is really flashy with that giant energy hand. Intruder, and he does 93 million damage, which isn't a lot in today's day and age for an 8-turn stacking team, but we're using some really old characters here. Fount of Wisdom was the first meta with EX. Violet and Guy came out a couple months after that. We've got a free-to-play Trishula here. Like, on stream, I've done 300 million with a different team setup, and that is much more acceptable right now. But 93 is good for new players, and these are old characters again. So if you can do 93 million and you've only been playing for a couple of months, like, that's a huge W right there. So he's going to do a butt ton of damage when properly set up, given buffs, and given time to get all 3 of his ult stacks. And with Veldora, he's got the combo edition, which is cool. But that's not always going to be relevant. So we need to look at him, again, as an AoE nuking character. Okay, let's take him away from a blue orb team. Let's put him on Velzard with Isis and Blanc and Fount of Wisdom Rimuru for the physical buff. The physical damage buff will have the 500% ult damage, and we'll have the element buff from Velzard as well. And we're going to go into the beatdown battle rerun for Sparkle of Youth, which is an AoE setting and wants a water nuker. And we have an AoE water nuking character right here. I don't know if this is going to do the 6.5 million damage, because we're not under the, like, a protection skill. But, you know, it's something better than nothing. So let's get started and just see how it goes. And, like, the potential is here for something, but obviously he's meant to be on a charge team. His damage is meant to be used after using a butt ton of other skills to really buff his damage up. But something we can see on this stage, rather than using him with Veldora, is the rainbow orbs that he gets when transformed. So let's bring him in. Let's bring you in for Blanc. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 2 water nuking characters. We have to leave Rimuru up front for a while because we need to wait for his attack seal to go away, which means we have to nuke on turn 6. So we have to transform with the Emils quickly and then send him away. Blanc is not sealed, which is cool. But yeah, okay, here, this is great. So let's transform. Boom. And then we're going to get 3 rainbows, because he makes all of his own orbs into rainbows. We'll bring Isis in for Kigali, use her green buff, boom. And then we'll bring Blanc in on this turn to get extra protection gauge. Not that we're going to need it, because we're sending 3 rainbow orbs that are buffed up, plus greens that are buffed up now. So yeah, we're looking good. And let's get our first stack of the alt damage as well. And I mean, I guess technically you could do the combo buff, and you could really try and rush Emils' alt, because you could send, what, 5 orbs here, and you can make 3 of them the rainbows. It's unnecessary to do, but it is something you might be able to take advantage of, because regardless, we're going to get the EX alt, as you can see. We got 135 points. We will do another stack with Emils on turn 3, and then turn 4, he'll have the transformation for 1 more turn. That's our final stack, and then he has to go away so we can hold on to the transformation ability and not have it run out, because we need to wait until turn 6. So let's get another stack here. Boom. And then we'll bring Kigali in for Blanc, and then alt swap. I mean, technically we could have just sent Emils away. He doesn't need to be up front for anything, but we'll leave him here. Full convert again. Boom. We got a couple more rainbow orbs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Perfect. Now, Fount of Wisdom Rimuru has an AoE alt, so I guess if we don't kill, maybe we can get some extra damage here. He will get the 300% alt damage that Emils is doing, but won't get the 200% EX alt, because that's a personal buff for Emils. That isn't going to be given to anybody else. And also, since that 200% is a temporary buff, I don't think it stacks with any other EX alt damage. Okay, so this is the last turn he's transformed. So if we were to do this and then leave him up front, he would lose his transformation and lose the 200%. So we're going to do the final stack, and we're going to send him away now, so we can hold on to that. We'll have Kigali still being able to alt swap characters here. Boom. The green buff from Isis is still ongoing, so that's good. And we could probably get... yeah, we're going to get the Fount of Wisdom alt as well this turn, so that's good. We just need to make sure we have enough points to nuke on turn 6 with both big time skills. So we need like 170 points or so, which thankfully we haven't used Blanc at all this entire fight. So let's do another alt swap here, and boom. So that's taking us down some points. And no, actually, we could do that and just not send anything, not use any other skills. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. All right, and now the attack seal is going to be off of Fount of Wisdom Rimuru, and we can go ahead and nuke. And we also have an alt for Blanc, which, I mean, is cool. That's extra damage right here. In the event that our 2 water nukes can't do it, I'll be kind of depressed if it doesn't, but oh well. So, Emils is still transformed. Let's bring him in for Kigali. Boom. All right, and then we have the physical buff. 80%, physical down 80%. We'll use the 40 points from Blanc, and that will allow us to use her big time skill. And then we'll use Velzard to give the element buff and the Drago effect. So the physical and physical damage are going to be enhanced now. So looking at Emils, we have 120% physical damage, we have 60% water attack, and then we have the physical attack by 96%. That's from Rimuru. And then we've got the 500% alt damage, right? So, actually, maybe it would stack, because it's just the ultimate manifestation. It doesn't have a turn limit on it. 200 plus the 300 right there. Rimuru and Blanc will have the 300% because it's being stacked by all characters. So let's go ahead and see how much damage we get out of this turn. And Emils, I'm hoping that we can kill, but I kind of doubt it. This is not the best team build in the world with 2 free-to-play units, so we're lacking quite a bit of extra power. And 6.5 million is quite a bit. So let's turn on Zalt again, just for funsies. Okay. Let's see, what am I thinking? Probably about 3 million damage or something like that. Which for new players, it's still a lot. That's still a lot of damage, is 3 million, if you're just starting out. So Intruder, what do you get? 3.2. Okay, we were about on the money right there. All right, well, this Rimuru is not going to do nearly as much because he doesn't have the extra 200%. He'll do like 1.5 or something. 1.9. Oh, actually, we might kill with Blanc and her AoE because she's got the dark resistance down too. Oh, there we go. All right. So, I mean, did we do 6.5 million damage with Emils by himself? No. Did we have to follow up with other alts? Yeah, but 3.2 million for just starting out is still okay damage. It's just that you might need Blanc, which people don't have right now. Rimuru is free. Kigali and Isis are free. Velzard you might be able to get from a ticket summon or something like that. So, I mean, yeah, Emils can work. He's just maybe... He takes a few turns to really get built up. He's not an immediate, like, right out of the gate, I'm ready to go kind of support character or damage character. And to round out the video, we're going to go into the Progenitor's Arrival quest using Scourge Wielder, the last meta that people might have, and because Emils is on Scourge Wielder. And he's on Antagonist, which means that he will get Rainbow Orbs from Violet. So this is going to work very, very, very well. The only thing that we're missing here is, I don't think we need Blanc, because Emils is not dark, so we're going to take Blanc out and we're going to put Kigali in here, just to make our life a little bit easier. Yeah. Because we're already getting the physical damage buff from Lumi. So, I mean, we don't need Masayuki here, because Masayuki's buffing light and dark, and Emils is water, so he's not going to get that at all. So, unnecessary to have Emils or Blanc on this, in this particular team build at least. So this stage has the whole gimmick where you don't get protection gauge, you just get a double stack of your protector immediately. So turn 1, ooh, looking good there. Let's go ahead and Rainbow Convert. Let's bring... Actually, yeah, let's just Rainbow Convert everything right here, because everything will get changed. Perfect. We'll take Lumi out for Emils. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't need to use Elmesia yet, because we got a full hand here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we could again do the full combo buff if you really wanted to rush Emils' ult if we get a lot of orbs for him, which technically we do. Okay. But we're going to get the ult anyways. So, alright, there's Poison and Frostbite. Not a super huge deal. Let's go ahead and ult swap. Boom. And then we'll bring Lumi in for Kigali. Yeah. Buff. Transform, and then we'll use the stack of his ult now, because we have the points for it. Boom. Rainbow Orbs again. Stack of the ult damage. We'll use Elmesia now to give us the full hand. And then we'll be, I mean, he'll have his EX ult. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't have enough to use the control stacks yet. 45k, 51k damage. We're looking good. Alright, 168 on a crit, and Violet is almost dead. We could ult here. Like, we don't need to have all the stacks of Emils. Body and Spirit Seal, not a big deal. Lumi is stunned. We don't really want that because we want to use her buff. Yeah, I think we'll just nuke on turn 3. Oh, I used the Heartscape already. Or I didn't even equip it. Okay, well, I guess we can just wait. So let's do another stack of the ult damage. And let's get him out of here. How long is that Body Spirit skill for? Just one more turn. Okay. Let's do the hero now. Yeah. And then we'll use your 3-turn debuff and buff skill. And then we'll just send 1, 2, 3, 4. This hits everybody, right? Yeah, including the rear. So let's do it now. That way we can hold on to it in the back line. Cool. Alright. Really hope we don't kill here. We're only sending a couple orbs. Oh, we're gonna kill Violet, unfortunately. Alright, hopefully this doesn't murderize everyone. Alright, that's good. Alright, we're good. Okay. Turn 4, we can nuke. Lumi will be unsealed. We should have enough points. We just didn't have the orange buff, which might come back to kick us in the balls. No, I think we'll be fine. We have just enough. So let's take the hero out for Emils, and then we will use the Lumi buff and the control stacks. There we go. All right, so Emils has 2 stacks of his alt buff, right? So he's at 400. Yeah, 400% right there. We've got the weakness strike, which doesn't matter, but more importantly, the alt resistance down that comes with the control stacks. And then he has the synergy and synergy resistance down, and then the physical attack damage plus the physical attack buff from Amnesia. This should do really nice damage and should wipe everyone because they also don't have 6.5 million HP. 5.4. Yeah, that's a whole lot better. That's a whole lot better than what we saw in that Sparkle of Youth one, but we are using quite a few premium characters now, so that's the power difference. So yeah, Emils can be a good, solid AoE nuking character given the right support around him. He just needs a couple turns to build up, because you gotta transform. You gotta get those 3 stacks of him to be at full power. But he is the strongest AoE water nuking character we have now, which does mean something. So, let me know what you guys think of this new Emils character. The combo edition is very much a gimmick that you only really need to use with Veldora, otherwise it's not really that useful in general. But he is solid on an AoE nuke, and he's on a whole butt ton of teams. So let me know your thoughts, but that's it from me. Take it easy, and I'll see you all later.